All right. Hey, everybody. We are live. It's 7:30. I'm actually on time for something. Got my Starbucks here as I cook. Yes, I can drink coffee any time of the day, and it does not affect me. So, I just like the taste of it. Couple things while we're waiting for some folks to get in. Two of my really good friends have lost some loved ones in the past week. One actually today, very tragically. And I just wanted to say, you guys just, if you would say some prayers and positive thoughts for them. I don't want to say their names because, just in case they don't want me to, but please do that for me. And I love both of them and I'm thinking about them. So if you would do that for me as well, I'd really appreciate it. So tonight you got wet washed hair for tomorrow, still pajama pants. This might be my new look for my live videos. And then my We Are the Gimbronis t-shirt. This was from our reunion. So we all had these. I know you guys saw the pictures, but I have never been prouder to be a Gimbroni and so happy and blessed to be a part of this family. So here we go. What did you say? Oh, I'm a Gimbroni Wilson. Okay. But originally a Gimbroni, and I'm very proud of my family and proud to be a part, definitely, of the Gimbronis and the Wilson family. All right, so let's get started. The Velvet Pork Chops and Okra won. You guys cast your votes or whatever, so that is what won. And I'm going to be trying to, hold on. Last time, I know, y'all got my big old head in here. Last time I did not talk to you guys, but I'm going to try to see if I can watch and kind of, answer questions, things like that. If I missed something, I'm so sorry. But, so first, we're doing the Velvet Pork Chops and the okra. We are doing this okra in the air fryer. If you do not have an air fryer, that is fine. You can do this in the oven. Just use either parchment paper or aluminum foil, but make sure you have enough olive oil on that. Put it in the oven on about 400. Just keep turning it until it gets to the doneness that I'm going to show you. So let's start with the okra first. So this is what I've got. Plain old, look, still frozen okra. And I use this kind here. I really like it. I don't know if you guys can get this everywhere you are, but it's the Pick Sweet Farms. It's the just cut okra. And it's pretty affordable, like $2 and something a bag for a pound and 12 ounces. So we're looking at, for 3/4 of a cup, five net carbs. So, but we're not breading this. We're not putting anything but seasoning on it and olive oil. So let's start with that. This is the air fryer that I have. I hope you guys can see this. It's the Cook's Essentials one. It's one of the first ones that come out. My mama was probably sleeping and ordering off the TV. So she bought one for her and one for us. So we've had that a while. We use it all the time. So let me show you the basket. This is what the outside looks like. This is the basket. It is well worn and used. But this is the basket part. And then this catches any oil or drippings from meat or whatever. So, if I can get that together. So this is the Cook's Essential one, but you can get any one. You can get a smaller one, a larger one, or just use the oven. It's no big deal. So I'm going to stick that there. Start throwing your okra in a bowl. You're going to take, I would say, about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. That sounds like a lot, but you need to cover this. So I'm going to use the rest of this bottle, and then I've got a brand new one here we just opened, and I'm just going to, I kind of know what to look for, but start out with 1/4 of a cup if you have this much okra. It sounds like a lot of oil, but this will make it very crispy. Next, so that's what that looks like. Then you're going to take whatever seasoning you want. We like this Tony Chachere's, the Cajun seasoning. For some reason, I guess because of Cajun dishes and okra, gumbo, things like that, we just like this on it. So we just put a liberal amount of that. But you can use any seasoning that you like or just salt and pepper. You don't have to make this complicated or expensive. So let me get, oh, the fork sport. So I'm just gonna, usually you can toss this, but I think I got a smaller bowl than I actually needed. So all you're doing, do you hear that's frozen? And that is fine. These air fryers are great. So maybe in the oven, if you want to thaw it out first, it might do better. I'm not real sure, but with the air fryer, we always start with frozen. All right, so that's how it looks, and this is what you're looking for. So it's got quite a bit of oil there, and then the seasoning, but that is what you want. So, and then hello to everybody who's watching. We got 16 of us so far. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Thanks, Nancy. We should all put our shirts on while I'm doing this. But just feel free to ask questions. I'll try to see if I can see them. Mike can help me watch, and I can try to answer those. All right, so then we're going to throw in the basket. You're just going to dump this bowl. Oh, that's me. This is real life. You're hearing the dogs bark when they think it's the door. So anyway, it doesn't even have to be in a single layer. This is like a pile of okra. So I'm going to go put this in here. And just follow the directions on yours. But I put it on 400, which is the highest. And I do it on 20 minutes, and that's it. That is the okra. That is how easy it is. You can do that in the oven. Like I said, you may just have to tweak what you're doing. So while we're getting that started, I wanted to show you something. Oh, the okra, we just made that up. I don't know where we got the idea. I think we just love fried okra, and we knew we couldn't bread it. Well, traditionally bread it. Guys, these guys, y'all stop. So anyway, so we decided let's try to make it crispy, and the air fryer worked. So I wanted to show you, you can look online, you can start, looking at Pinterest, looking at all these recipe sites, things like that, watch YouTube like I do. But there are books. This one is one I got as a gift here. It's called Keto Snacks. It's from Target, as you can see. I got one at a local bookstore for like 10 bucks. You don't have to do that. You probably find them at the library, but there are tons of recipes in here. Like if you want something for crackers, there's something. There's all kind of like, here's cheesy breadsticks. So there's all kinds of recipes that you can find. And I may find some out of this to do some like snack kind of things for you guys. Maybe Super Bowl snacks. Is anybody interested in that? Maybe we'll try that. But just wanted to show you there are books out there that you can use if you have to have something written down. A girl at work told me that she likes to see it on paper, and I think I'm like that too. That's why I do like the books, and I do like to look online. And like I have, well, I can't pick it up now. I have my laptop pulled up for this next recipe, and it is from southernplate.com. It is called Velvet Pork Chops. It is so very easy. So first you're just going to heat up your pan. Try to find like a wider skillet. This thing is like seen better days, but it'll work. So I've got it on about 8, and you're going to start and put your 3 tablespoons of butter. It can be regular old butter. I think I'm going to put a little bit more because I believe I have larger pork chops than the recipe calls for. But your ingredients are going to be this. 3 tablespoons of butter. This is for 4 pork chops. I guess like the boneless. I have the bone in. You're going to need a cup of chicken broth. I'm just using like the chicken bouillon, like cheap stuff. So I just put that in there and dissolved it. And salt and pepper. How cute are these? Of course, she's Pepper. Lucy, whatever her name is. Anyway, and Charlie Brown's our little salt shaker. So anyway, you're going to need that. But I'm also going to do some garlic powder. Just regular garlic powder. Then, let me grab the other things. All right. Next, you're going to have your pork chops. I've just had these laid out on a cookie or like a cutting board. So I've got 4 pretty good size bone-in chops, so I may have to kind of crowd this pan a little bit. And the last thing is just some heavy whipping cream. And this is the Laura Lynn brand that I use, but you can use Aldi brand, any kind you want. Just make sure it's heavy whipping cream. And then the pork chops I have, they're probably ½ inch thick. You can use thin cut, thick, but the cooking time is gonna vary. So just getting this butter melted. And that should be pretty good. So I'm going to get a fork and, well, first of all, let's season up this side of the pork chops. So you're just going to start with your pepper. And you can do like more elaborate seasoning. Her recipe just calls for salt and pepper. I just happen to really like garlic with a cream sauce. And you'll see why these are called velvet pork chops when we're done. All right. So we've got pepper and salt. All right, and then I'm going to put some garlic powder on mine. So we're just going to shake that a pretty good amount. All right, so now, let me see if I can get this out of the way where you can see better. There we go. So I'm going to get a fork and I'm just going to put the seasoned side down in the pan. And we may have to kind of move them around a little bit, but we'll get them all done. And I have this on a medium high. I may be only able to fit 3, but that's okay. Let's try this smaller one. But if you use if you look at her recipe, she uses the boneless chops, and they're like really small, so that will definitely fit. So I'm going to throw this one back in the fridge, and I can finish that one up later. All right. Now you're going to just season this other side with salt and pepper. And you're just doing as much or as little as you like on your meat. If you don't like seasoning, something's wrong with you for one, but all right. There we go. And then let's put a little bit of garlic powder on this side. All right, we're going to let those go. And I'm going to go over here and shake my air fryer. That's the key. Every so often, keep it moving. So you just pull it halfway out and just shake really well. And then you put it right back in. It'll cut right back on. This particular one does. And then we have a coffee break. All right, I'm going to throw this back in. Well, actually, no. Because I've got a little bonus recipe for you while we're waiting for these pork chops on this side. Let me move this out of the way. So, do you like dessert? Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Do you like dessert? I like dessert. Mike loves dessert. Do not let him lie to you. Anyway, we love to have dessert, and you can have dessert on keto. This is something that is very easy. It's a recipe I found online. I'll try to post both of these recipes on my Facebook so you'll know. So I'm going to grab the ingredients right here, and then we'll get, Jennifer, I knew you would say yes. All right, first thing, you're going to need mason jars. These are just, I think, the 16 ounce. No, these are the 12 ounce, I think. Yeah, 12 ounce. So grab you some mason jars. They can be smaller or larger. And I've got the tops here. So we're going to do a keto-friendly mason jar ice cream. Now, this will not be completely finished while this video is going on. I can try to show you later on, like just a quick little live to show you what it looks like later on when we eat it. But I will just make it now and kind of show you how to do it. So first things first, you've got your 2 mason jars. Take your heavy whipping cream, and these have the measurements on the side, and I believe it does. So we're looking for 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream in each one. So a ½ cup. All right, and it's just easier to do it in these mason jars, and you'll see why. So half a cup in that. So that's what we look like so far. Then you're going to take your, this is just for the plain vanilla. You can add all kind of stuff to this. Let's check on these pork chops. Might need a little extra time. I'm going to flip that one this way. Turn them around a little bit. All right, they're looking good. Okay, so get you, for just the plain vanilla, get you some vanilla extract. You can do all kind of varieties. I'll link the video that I learned this from. They did mint chocolate chip, chocolate, they did Oreo, which they had like this sugar stuff in it. But for keto, we're just going to do plain vanilla because that's what we have. You could even stir in a teaspoon of peanut butter in this. That would be great. I think Mike will do that. So I'm going to take the vanilla extract and let's do a teaspoon of that. Okay? And you're just doing a teaspoon in each one just to give it some flavor. Now, I'm going to grab the sweetener. I get asked a lot of times what sweetener you can have on keto, and I'm about to answer that for you. Give me just a second. All right. So this is my go-to. This is called Swerve. It's the ultimate sugar replacement. Excuse me. This is the powdered sugar version. This is erythritol. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's backwards. But, excuse me. This is, it's diabetic friendly, easy to digest, tooth friendly, measures like cup for cup like sugar. So this is what I like to use. And you can find this at a regular grocery store. So we're going to do about a tablespoon of this. Excuse me. You can use either stevia, you can use liquid Splenda, whatever you would like to use. So I'm just going to do, I've used this so often, I kind of know what it looks like, the amount I'm looking for. So we're going to do about that. And that. Maybe a teeny bit more in each one. Because you want this, it's going to kind of double in size because we're going to shake it up. So that is our sweetener, the Swerve. And then all you're adding then, let me turn these pork chops really quick. Got some good color on it. All right. You can see that has some really good color on that. And I'm going to turn this down just a little bit, probably to about medium. I hope you can hear me. Let's see what we got here. Mandy, tell Ray I got that one at Publix, but I know that some Walmarts have it, Ingles has it. Where else do we find the Swerve, babe? I think Publix is your best bet to go there. Let me see what else we've got going on here. Oh, Crystal. So keto is, it's basically a low carb diet, but so you're doing low carb instead. How it differs from Atkins or regular low carb is, you know, Atkins you ate protein after protein, you know, cheese, meat, all that stuff. You still are doing that, but you're doing moderate protein, high fat, low carb. In Atkins, you do more high protein. If you guys want a good recipe, it is, good website. It's dietdoctor.com. It will tell you very simply everything that you could ever want to know about keto. Recipes, it can show you meal plans, but that's basically the gist of it. Let's see who else we've got here. Everybody loves dessert. Let's see. All right. Anyway, just keep asking your questions, and I will try to look it up. Jennifer just said that she ordered hers off Amazon, so you can pretty much, get it wherever. Or you can try a different kind. Like I know Walmart has a pure. That one you have to use a lot less of. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let's check real quick on these pork chops and I'll finish up the ice cream. Okay, they're looking good. I'm going to kind of turn this pan around because my little one there is getting darker. All right, yeah, so turn it down to medium once you get it going. So we're just letting those continue to cook. All right, so in here again, 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream, about a teaspoon of vanilla extract or whatever extract you like. I have, like, here's almond. That would have been good. I think I have like a lemon up there. So anyway, that and then whatever sweetener you want to use. And then a pinch of salt. So instead of a pinch, I'm just going to do a shake. All right, and that is it. You throw your lids on. Make sure they're on very well. And then you call Mike to come here and shake these jars. So basically, you're just going to shake these for about 3 minutes. And I'll show you what they look like when he's done. So I'm going to pass these off to him. All right, so these pork chops are almost ready. Let's go shake the okra real quick. All right, it's looking good. See if I can get it back in here. All right. I'm going to bring the time up a little more because I know they're going to need a little bit more time to cook. I'm going to throw this back in the fridge for a sec. Okay, so now that the pork chops are almost finished, you are going to take, very carefully, your chicken stock, pour that in. It'll calm the pan down a little bit. I'm going to kind of clean up here so I don't get this everywhere. And let's bring it up a little bit more. I've got it on 7 on my stove. There we go. All right. So what you're trying to do is you're just wanting to reduce this chicken broth just a little bit. See if I can get, there we go. And you got those good bits on the bottom. Do not let those go to waste because that's going to be part of our sauce. So I'm going to get this and show you. He's still shaking. Come over here and shake it for him. Look. Here we go. All you do. Oh, shake it up. Don't hit me in the face with it. All right. So this is the website that I'm getting this recipe from. 4 boneless pork chops, salt and pepper to taste, 3 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of cream, and chicken broth. That's it. Yeah, you see the puppy, Norma? Stormy is looking for food at my feet because he knows I drop things. But we're just going to reduce this chicken broth a little bit. It says to go about 10 minutes, but I'll kind of judge it to see what mine look like. And then we will check the okra in just a second, but he's almost done with the ice cream, and I want to show you that. Give me just a second. All right. So, this is what it looks like from the outside. Now, very carefully take the top off. If you see, it's gotten larger, because basically it's heavy whipping cream. So after you shake it, you're going to want to release a little bit of that pressure from the mason jar and throw this in the freezer. So throw these in the freezer for about maybe 2 hours, but we'll come back and check them later on, and I'll show you guys the finished product. But this is just the base. You could put Lily's sugar-free chocolate in it. You could put peanut butter. Like I said, you could do nuts, I don't know, anything, any extracts that you want, but this is just your vanilla base. I'm going to throw this in the freezer. All right, so now let's check really quick on our okra. Still going. All right, so we've got that going. This is just simmering away. Let me check the other side of this. All right. So I think these are reducing pretty well. I'm going to continue to allow these to go. Let's see what we got. Norma, maybe like a milkshake, but not quite as thick, because you don't have like any ice in it. But you could probably continue to shake it or whip it up in like a Magic Bullet blender or something like that. So we'll see. Melanie, I miss you too. You have got to come visit. I don't know where you're living. Where are you living now? So let's get together. I miss you. I miss you and your sister both a lot. Let's see, Lori. Well, Lori, start cooking with me. That'll help you out, because these cooking videos make me hungry too. But by the time I'm done with this, I'll be tired. So we're going to continue to let these pork chops go. I'm going to go off the live for just a little bit to let these go. I don't want you to sit here and watch this pork chops boil. And I will be back in about 10 minutes. So you guys come back and join me, okay? I'll see you soon. All right, we're back. So I guess Mike said that he guesses this is why cooking shows have like a whole meal already made, because we don't have the lag, but you know, that's the way it is. So I'm fixing Stormy's food, and this is what we do. We have a couple spoonfuls before we go eat. This is the kind of person I've become. All right. Give me just a second. All right. Here you go, Mike. We're just going to do some real life here is what we're about to do. All right. There we go. Okay, so the pork chops have reduced a lot. So we're just going to remove them to a plate. And they have a lot of good color on them. So we're just going to take those out. And then, for some reason, I do not have a whisk. But you can see this has a lot of bits in it. You're just going to take your heavy cream. Pour that in and just whisk it around. I don't know where my whisk is. Get as much as you can out of there. And we're just going to like simmer this. It's probably on about medium, but you can see it's turning like a kind of dark, not velvet color. Oh, he found me a whisk. Yes, you're not supposed to use these on this kind of pan, but it's already shot. All right, so you're just going to whisk this together. And I've got it on about 6, I guess, because I just want it to thicken up some. But you can see that kind of deep color that it gives. So we're just going to whisk this together. Get it good and incorporated. And you're wanting to get all those bits up off the bottom, because those are where a lot of the flavor is. So let's just take, I'm going to grab a spoon, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't need any salt or anything. Get this mixed up just a little bit on there. That's delicious. That doesn't need anything. So you're just going to let this go for just a few minutes until it thickens up. Because, you know, you can't use the flour like a roux. So you're going to use the heavy cream to thicken it up. But the butter, the heavy cream, is where you get your high fat from this. And the pork chops, depending on the cut you use, I'm going to turn this down just a little, maybe to even 3, because it's getting pretty thick. You're going to, you may want to add more seasoning, but it's perfect the way it is with just the seasoning that was on these pork chops. Let's see. I'm going to keep making them, Kristen. I'm going to try to, you know, and Maggie, I'll whisk it like the best of them. You know that. Anyway, so as you can see, I don't know if you can or not, but this is bubbling and it's getting thick. So we're just letting that go. Let's go check on the okra. Yep. Just a few more minutes on that. I always have a hard time. Wait, there we go. Oh, there we go. So that's just got a few more minutes and I'll show you that. So the pork chops are done. So I'm going to move, I'm going to have this one here, the smaller one for my plate. And then let's get we'll have one for work tomorrow. Now, you can add these back to the sauce if you like, or you can just drizzle it on the top. I think that's what I'm going to do, is just drizzle it on the top. So this is all done. I'm going to try to bring this, I'm going to turn this off, bring this up to you to see if you can see how thick that is. The popo's outside. Great. Anyway, all right, so you're just going to take the sauce and you're just going to drizzle it on the top. Just make sure it's mixed together really well. And you don't have to have a ton of this sauce, but I'm thinking that I'll love it, so I'm going to put that on the pork chop. I'm going to come over here and do mine. And if you look at her website, I've already posted both recipes. If you look at that site, she says that this is good on chicken or anything like that. So I'm just putting this sauce here. I'm going to save the rest of this sauce for this other one for lunch. And then, oh, I meant to tell you the ice cream. So I said a teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's 1/4 of a teaspoon. So this is probably going to be very, very strong vanilla. It'll be fine. I'm not going to be picky about it. So just follow the recipe that I posted. They used sugar because that's just the recipe that I found. Just replace it with the sweetener of your choice. So I am doing the swerve like I told you. And the okra is almost done. But while it's finishing up, let me show you a few things. So I get asked all the time, what do you eat? What do you eat for snacks? That kind of stuff. So here are some options. I'm just going to grab it all. Here we go. So if I make like a meat and cheese plate, I put some of these in there. They're just regular old olives. Then Mike and I both love these Blue Diamond bold almonds. This one's a habanero barbecue, but he likes the sriracha. They have a couple different flavors, but these are very delicious. We also eat these. Some people think these are gross, but they're pork rinds, pork skins. My mama calls them meat skins. These are from the Dollar Tree. They're some of my favorite. You do not have to spend a ton of money to do keto. Again, so those, and you can put seasonings on that to make them your own. We really like these. They're just roasted and salted from Walmart. Those are just regular almonds, but you can have all kind of stuff. Oh, the okra's done. So this book has a lot of snacks as well. I haven't tried any because I just do these easy things, but I will show you some of those maybe in a later video. Are you guys enjoying these videos? Let me know in the comments just to know if I need to keep doing these or if they're stupid, or it's a blooper video, let's be honest. But let me know if you enjoy these and we'll keep doing them. All right, so I'm going to bring the basket over here for the okra. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Some of them look burned. Trust me, they are not. All right, this is not hot. Okay, so I'm going to stick this right here, and I'll show you. I'm going to get this little tiny dish. I'll show you kind of what they look like. And, oh, let's put that there. So, this is what they look like. Like, some of them don't get as done, but check this out. Listen. Can you hear it? I'm so gross. Crispy. It is delicious. Crispy okra, no breading. Excuse me. Tony Satchery seasoning, olive oil. That's it. Not rocket science. So, I'm going to throw these back in here. I'm going to serve up my plate so I can show you. I'll just do it like this. We'll just do it real savage style. Okay. That's on my hands. Okay. There's that. All right, folks. Here's tonight's dinner. Velvet pork chops and crispy, non-breaded, air fryer yogurt. Okra. That is so delicious. Very crispy. This sauce is amazing. It would taste good on chicken, tofu if you do that, vegetables, whatever. So there you go. Give this a try. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. I'll try to help. Let's just get, for those of us who want to start this lifestyle, let's get it going. Let's help each other. Let's, give each other recipes, ideas, and most of all, the support that we need. Because when you go places and there's things you can't eat, sometimes it stinks, but you just make it work. And that's what I've done. And if I can do this, trust me, anybody can do this. Because I love to eat. And most of y'all have known me my whole life, and y'all know I love to eat. So there is no denying. And I eat well on this way of eating. So that's it for tonight. Guys, thanks for joining me. Head on over to my YouTube, Allison Pacino. 2 words, over on YouTube. Subscribe, like videos, share me. I'll post this one on there just so I can keep them all together. So yeah, that's it. That's all for tonight. Thanks for joining me again, and I will talk to you soon. Good night, everybody. Bye. All right, I'm back. I don't know who all is still up. I guess almost 10. But I took the ice cream out of the fridge, so you can see that. So I took both of these out. Mike, come here and taste them with me. So you just pop the lid off. Ooh, it's cold. This is what it looks like inside. So it's kind of stuck to the sides of the jar, but let's get some spoons. May have to get some over there. I got one here. So, come over here. There's Mike. All right, so we're going to give this a taste. It's still not like really hard, but it's like ice cream. So let's go. Mmm.
I like it.
Come over here. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
And it's not too much vanilla, so.
Well, there you go.
Mason jar ice cream, keto style. Success. So there you go. Cheers. Oh, look.
Oh.
Good night, everybody. Give this a try. It's really good.